Hi everyone. Today's video has 3 points and you're going to want to stick around because the third point is a secret as to the one thing you're going to want to do in order to overcome the thing that's stopping you from self-publishing. So let's get into it. The topic today is the one thing stopping you from self-publishing. When you're getting started and you're considering maybe you don't have what it takes for self-publishing, but you're thinking, I might be able to self-publish a book, you'd like to, but because of this barrier that you have, that you don't think you can self-publish, you're never going to get your book on the market. Therefore, you're going to want to stick around because I'm going to tell you how to overcome this barrier when it comes to self-publishing. This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com, where self-publishing doesn't have to be so hard. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like for me to make more videos like this one as we race towards 1,000 subscribers, and check out below in the description to grab a copy of my absolutely free self-publishing secrets checklist to make sure you're winning at self-publishing. So, from my own story, I had seen many friends and even some family members self-publish on Amazon. I was completely blown away by the idea of, wow, look, they have their books on Amazon and actually even selling copies of these books. But I didn't have any idea where to start, and I didn't even, maybe at a deep level, feel like an author. And you know that feeling, right? And then the thing is I started reading a lot of Kindle books and saw people just giving away free Kindle books or Kindle books for $1. And one of the patterns on some of these free books was that they were even telling you how to self-publish. So I thought, well, that is kind of interesting. It doesn't harm me. So I just grabbed a couple of these books and started skimming them. And what I discovered was that as I was going through some of the steps, now most of these books were very confusing and giving way too many steps at a time, but I discovered that by breaking it down into simple steps, I could not only write a book, but I could also self-publish the book and eventually lead it into making enough money for a full-time income. Which is today where I have a couple employees as well that are working regularly helping me with the self-publishing business. And so the whole point, though, it's the idea that it all started with me initially thinking that I didn't have what it takes to do self-publishing and overcoming this psychological barrier that was making it difficult for me to move and make progress. Well, the one thing stopping you from self-publishing. So the first point I want to hit today is you don't think you can write, or you're waiting for traditional publisher. Now let's hit the first one. In your mind, you think, I'm not really a writer. I have these amazing stories. I've met many people like this, but they never get the book on the market. Or you have ideas you want to share upon how to do stuff, but that also never makes the market because you're thinking, but I don't know if I'm not a good writer. Right? So there's one barrier that's maybe perhaps stopping you from self-publishing. The other is you've written a book, but now you're saying, oh, I'm just going to wait for a traditional publisher to pick it up, but you don't have an agent and you don't understand a lot of these things, and maybe you don't have the budget to go about going around this route, and so you're thinking, oh, I don't really think self-publishing is for me. I don't think I could possibly do this, and both of these things will prevent you from ever getting your book onto the market. The second point is you don't think you have the technical ability to format and create the book. That's one of the reasons I created the Formatting Made Easy course below in the description, specifically to overcome this barrier to help you do it. And one of the things with this money-back guaranteed course that I have here, it's that I hold your hand to pull you through the steps necessary. We slowly move through it one video at a time as we move through the different 17 videos to get through everything you need to know to get your book properly formatted and everything in place that you're able to do it yourself so you can make the changes you need. And if you've never even used a computer before, we talk through the steps. What exactly you need to click here, you need to click there. I understand it's going to be a little bit confusing when we first get started, and I even had a coaching student client recently comment that, look, this is just too complex. But in reality, if we take the time that's necessary, when we're using a tool, for example, I use Jutoh, you can see my affiliate link below in the description, to do the formatting, I respond back and forth with my students. So it's not just, here's a video course, take it and disappear. No, I work with people closely to make sure that you understand the steps, and regularly will create then new videos if anything is unclear or if I'm moving too quickly, so that we can slow it down, you learn the steps, and then from there on, you don't need anybody to do the formatting. You do it yourself. So this is an amazing thing that you can do and get going on right away. So I'm telling you, even my children have put books on the market. It's easy. Children can do it. It's so simple. It's just that we have to move slowly through the steps, and that's how we keep things easy here. We don't keep things simple in the sense of that there's nothing to learn. It's just so easy. We don't even have to. It's just like watching a movie or something. No, you do have to learn, but we learn over a period of time, and through that process, we build up the skills that are necessary to win at each of the different parts of self-publishing. Then you look back at the journey you've taken, like getting up a mountain. We do one step at a time, and when we're at the top, we can look down and see the distance we've moved. So I don't say that getting to the top of the mountain is easy in that sense, but I can say that taking the next step is easy, and that's where the difference comes. And our secret answer sort of ties into this, is that you can learn all of the skills. The key is breaking it down and dedicating 30 minutes of time each day as you learn the skills necessary. I go back and forth here on YouTube and in comments with people regularly who are going through these steps and learning what's necessary, so that you should not feel a sense of overwhelm. We're focused on only one step at a time and helping you learn the skills necessary to make progress so that you can get your book onto the market, because you do in fact have what it takes to become a best-selling self-published author. That is something that you have. You may not feel it, but you definitely do indeed have that ability. So my question for you today is, what is the one thing stopping you from self-publishing? Please let me know below in the comments, because it will help me better create videos that are geared right towards you and where you're coming from. And check up above me here for more video answers to your self-publishing questions. Thanks.